Hey guys, welcome back to London Visited. Today we are at Legoland Windsor Resort. This is a Big Ben, a very good Big Ben. No, actually, it's wrong. But yeah, very impressive Lego Big Ben. Honestly, this Legoland is brilliant. We can't wait to share it with you.
We've got so much to share with you during the course of this video, so please do watch throughout, and we've got some great hints and tips to make sure that you have a fantastic day. The first one is this: just because the ride looks like it's for small children, it isn't. This was one of our favourites, and it's a trip above part of Legoland to give you a view over Legoland, but if you looked at it you'd think actually it's only for very young children. Whilst we're having a look around Legoland, let me tell you, once you've paid your entrance fee, all the rides therein are free. There is so much to do, and we're going to show you an app later on in this video which will help you make the most out of the day before you even get there. But do take your time to plan your visit well before you go. Here on the railway we're now overlooking Miniland, and we're going to show you some extensive coverage of this later. Also, you've got to remember, everything is built with normal size Lego bricks, so just look at some of the detail from afar here. We'll have a look a bit more closer later. The great news is, in the park there's lots of maps to show you where to go, and also signposts showing you the way and also telling you the time they reckon it'll take you to walk there. Let's show you where Legoland is, and here it is just outside Windsor, to the west of London. Close to both Windsor Castle and Heathrow Airport, the easiest way of getting here without doubt is through car or an organised coach visit. In the video, we want to show you the right balance of rides, but also give you some surprises as well. This is the Haunted House. Now, queues for this are always pretty long. Is it worth it? Well, I'm not going to tell you what happens inside, but it certainly is worth the wait, which sometimes can be up to about an hour and 10 minutes. The best thing to do is to keep an eye on the app to see the waiting times. More on that later. This is the Legoland Express and does a loop around the south part of the park. It's worth a trip, lasts just about 10 minutes, but also takes in some of the great attractions that are around as well to help you again know where you're going and see other things that you could do. Here at the Deep Sea Adventure, queue times can be quite long, so once again, have a look at the app to see what the queuing times are like. The park opens its rides from 10 till 6, and if you're in the queue before 6 o'clock, then you'll still get on the rides, and that's what we did with this one. We joined the queue at 5 to 6 and still got through before the gates closed at 7. We're going to give you some views of the trip here, but you see this submarine? Yes. We're about to go on it. We found we got a submarine to ourselves as a family, which was a great experience to be able to see what lies under the water. We're now going to show you some of the things you can see, so if you don't want a spoiler, now's the time to scroll ahead. The ride is linked up with Lego with Sea Life, a sister company, and you can see from all of this what great things you can see here. And yes, that was a black-tip shark and rays swimming around. It's one of those rides which feels really quick. We didn't time it, probably about 5 to 10 minutes, but because you're enjoying it so much, the time just disappears so quickly. You haven't got seatbelts on, so you can move from one side of the submarine to the other to see things out of both windows. And in this ride, we're going to leave you with this giant squid. Okay, it's made out of Lego. Now across the Lego site, Nearly all the rides are open to adults as well as children, although there are height restrictions. This one isn't, and if you want your child to get a driving licence, this is the best place to do it. This is open for 6-year-olds to 13-year-olds, although those slightly over the age can get in without any problem whatsoever, although you'll find their knees are wrapped around the steering wheel. The children get to drive around these electric cars around the streets of Legoland, and afterwards, if you want, you can have a driving licence. So you get your picture taken, and a driving licence costs £12. So not only do you get a small driving licence on a lanyard, but you also get a picture as well. As a takeaway souvenir, this has probably got to be one of the main things. Here we go, and here's the driving licence. Here you go over the drawbridge into the Knight's Kingdom, and this is where you join a roller coaster, which is not overly high, but it's quite fast. The attention to detail across the whole park is fantastic, and the Lego animals that have been created. Nearly all the rides have different height restrictions, starting from 90 centimetres to 120 centimetres being the two minimums, so just make sure you check before you go and join the queue.
So we're currently at the Ninjago Temple. This is the monastery in the seasons. Absolutely amazing experience. It's worth all the queue. There's loads of queues, but if you get here early or a certain lane, it is brilliant. I'm not giving you any spoilers about how good it is because I want you to have a surprise.
In fact, the ride was so good, we did it 3 times. Although the rides are between 10 AM and 6 PM, the gates open at 9:30 and close at 7 o'clock at night. So your best thing to do is to get in early, walk around, see what you want to see, before then having a look at the rides later, which build massive queues to start with, especially some of the popular ones we've shown you already. The reason we were able to do the Ninjago ride so many times is that we found from about 4:30 the park starts to empty as people make their way home before rush hour. Once again, choose your time and visit well. To get the most out of the day, you're going to need to download this. It's the Legoland Windsor Resort app and is available on both iOS and also from the Google Play Store. The app is free, but make sure you download it well in time just to know your way around it to make sure you get maximum value out of the day. When you get into the app, this is the main screen. This has both the map of the park, so you need to keep this handy, but also if you do drive there and you need to park, this is how you can pay for your parking through the app. A London visited tip for you: take a battery charger because you're going to get through your phone battery quite a bit during the day, not only using the app and messaging people, but also taking loads of photos and videos as well, so it's best to be prepared. Now this is a particular part of the app that we loved, and it was helping us to plan our visit, which we did beforehand. After you've watched this video, if you're going to Legoland Windsor, you may want to use the videos that you're seeing here to help you plan what you want to see, and it will make sure that you get the most out of the day. Whilst the app's got plenty of things you could do, this is probably the most important part, and it's the second button along in the menu at the bottom. This tells you the queues at the current time for each of the attractions. This will help you get the most out of the day, but be careful because if something changes, everyone else sees that time as well, and all of a sudden something that had a 15-minute wait can go to 50 minutes very, very quickly. So keep an eye on it. Right, let's get back to the rides. This is Coastguard HQ. In this ride, you get to drive your boat around a lagoon, which is great, but it's a really, really quick ride. So once again, check the queues and don't overwait too long, because if you do, you're going to be quite disappointed you've waited to do a very, very quick ride. One of the things that will be worth investigating, and because prices change, we cannot give you a price on this, but you can get a fast pass, so you can jump the queues and get straight to the front of the queue for every ride. The one thing you need to weigh up here is the cost of this per person, and also the value of your time and how much you want to do in a day. We didn't buy it, but we did everything that we wanted to do. So it is a bit of a way up. We popped into the Lego Experience. They had a number of different paintings, and I say paintings, this is made out of Lego bricks. And if you've seen Lego Movie 2, you'll recognise this, and this was used in the set. This was one of our favourite rides, and this is the Pirate Falls Treasure Quest. And to say they thought of everything, after the ride you can get into a big family air dryer to dry off from the spray. Now we're going to give you a tour of Miniland, and this, once again, you've got to remember all of this has been made from Lego bricks. Here you'll be able to spot different places, so if you're watching London Visited from around the world, you may see something which is familiar to you from your own country. Here we're going to start by looking at some of the London features. The detail is absolutely incredible. The detail is incredible. St Paul's Cathedral here with the London Eye in the background, also the Monument and Big Ben. Everything has been really well thought. If you're a subscriber to London Visited, you'll recognise a lot of these places from our previous videos, including here Trafalgar Square, and then what you're going to see is Covent Garden. This is the back of Buckingham Palace, and you can see the Queen's Tea Party is in progress. And then when you go around the front, look at the detail of the fountain in front of Buckingham Palace. And then, as we move up the road, you come to Coastguard's parade and the trooping of the colour. Now have a look and see what you recognise from your own home country, or alternatively places that you visited across the world. Also, we're going to give you a few more tips to make sure that you get the most out of the day. The first is about food. Food venues are very limited, and actually the quality of food for lunch was very disappointing. So something we would really recommend is to bring your own packed lunch, and there are plenty of places to sit and eat and take your time off just to sit back and relax before starting again for the afternoon. Not only did we find the quality of the food not that good, but it was also very expensive for what it was. Something else that you'll see about Legoland Windsor is that there is a splash water park and splash safari. Now, to do this, you need to take your own swimming costume, and you'll need to take your towels with you as well, so you can go, enjoy, and get dried after. The only issue with this is the amount of time it takes out of your day to take part. All you need to do is to consider if you can afford that time, and if so, go and have fun and enjoy. It's all part of the price, but you do need to book very, very quickly when you get your email from Legoland Windsor, because places go very quick, and it's free and included in your ticket price. We decided not to, and therefore spent much more time on the rides and doing all the rides that we wanted to do, and actually felt really, really pleased with it, so it is personal choice. We walked around Mini World quite a few times, and every time we did, we saw something new. This was one of our favourites, and every 15 minutes or so, the rocket takes off. We bought our tickets for Legoland 2 weeks in advance, and by doing so, buying them online through Legoland Direct, we saved 33% on each ticket. When I was looking, I could find vouchers online and also offers on the side of cereal boxes, plus many other discount vouchers as well through different sites. Spending 30 minutes doing some prep before actually buying your tickets will save you a significant sum of money, so it's well worth doing in advance. You may have noticed when we've been filming, there's not many people in here. And the reason for this is that we did Miniland first thing in the morning once the gates had opened, whilst everyone else was queuing for their favourite rides. Once again, using the time wisely from when the gates open to the gates close, and the difference between the times that the rides are on. You've got to admit, the attention to detail with Lego bricks is absolutely incredible. You enter and exit the park through the same place, which is here high up on the hill before you go down into Lego Park itself. There's coffee shops, restaurants and shops up here, but the view from here over with the town of Windsor and also to Heathrow Airport and London and afar is also worth a stop as well. Again, we caught this late in the day with the beautiful sun shining off Windsor Castle. Here we're looking over to Heathrow Airport, where during the day the planes come flying over you, and just in the background there you can see the tall buildings of the City of London. Now a couple of final tips for you. The shop is well worth going to last to save you carrying things around, and is open past the time that the whole ground closes. Also, although we found some of the things in there pricey, there are a couple of Legoland exclusive items, such as a one of the park and also a set of the Ninjago ride as well. These we found were worth getting because you can't get these anywhere else. And for any Doctor Who fans out there, we're also rather taken with this life-size Please Call box. Again, yes, it's made out of Lego. We hope these tips will help you enjoy your day at Legoland or bring back great memories from times that you've been there. I'm going to leave you with a video of our visit to the London Lego store, one of the biggest in the world. See you there.